How you doing, comrades? My name is Mr. Rev, Comrade Rowley. I have an important announcement to make. Essentially, you're probably wondering why CLACCA ULC has not been uh, normally CLACCA ULC brings every Sunday. We normally do home group Bible studies and normally do CLACCA ULC Sunday church services. Essentially, in a nutshell, there is some other matters I've got to take care of. I've got to take care of, and there's only one of me to get all the work done. Something has come up that I didn't know was going to happen. I didn't know that was going to happen and was uncalled for. It was something. It's no nobody in CLACCA ULC has done anything wrong or anything like that. CLACCA ULC has always been a great support to me, etc. But essentially, it's a matter I have to go and take care of. It's an old struggle. It's an old struggle. There is, in a nutshell, I got bullied. I got bullied by Rachel Evans. Um, Evans at a conference a couple of weeks ago, and I have to take some legal action. I have to take out some legal action in order to put a stop to it. Because I thought the matter had been resolved about 10 years ago. Unfortunately, especially, and as I especially thought after the pandemic, things would change. But it's clear to me, it's not. And if I don't deal with the matter, nobody likes being bullied, and this is a big struggle. Big struggle. I do have a couple of individuals that are helping me to find the safest possible legal avenue to deal with discrimination and bullying that I've continued to experience from this particular individual who's never accepted I was born a transgender male asexual sexual and if I don't deal with it, it's gonna keep happening to me. So so I'm really in a situation where I've got no other alternative except to do something to stand up to this particular individual. Vigil, Vigil, she's never accepted. I was born a transgender male, asexual, sexual, and I don't understand. I don't understand those who can't accept I was born a transgender male, asexual, sexual. Then just don't talk to me. It's really simple. Like, I don't ask to be bullied or anything. Like, I turn up to events to help change the world, and the last thing that I expect is for anyone from my past to turn up to bully me. Me who doesn't accept I was born a transgender male asexual. I really don't. I don't appreciate it in any way, shape, or form. And I have to do the legal action. Well, I can't say too much about the legal action that I will be taking. Essentially, it will be a safe. It will be a safe legal option. And I pray that this matter can be the safe legal option that I am picking in order to deal with this matter. My hope and prayer is that um, it can be dealt with. Essentially, I have to. I have to. It's not a no choice situation. It's not a no choice. It's a really is a no choice situation. Asian. And there's only one of me. And if I don't take out some sort of legal action to put a stop to it, um, she's not gonna. This particular bully, like, she's not gonna stop. Like um, this particular, it's unfortunate that, and a sad reality that, well, I recognize the fact, and I have many gay friends. I have many gay friends who, accept and support me, as a transgender male asexual, but unfortunately, there is a tiny minority. There is a tiny minority, um, who, who don't accept transgender male asexual people. Mm, People, people who claim to be an ally, who claim to be an ally, but are not, and bully us behind closed doors, and nobody does anything to stop it. So I have to, do this both for the asexual community and the transgender community and the LGBTI rights community. I have to do something to put a stop to it, or it's going to continue to happen to me over and over and over again. I've tried to move on from the experience, but the sad reality, the sad reality is that there are some individuals who don't want me to have any legal citizenship rights in Australia, who just treat me, who can't see, who can't see that their actions are hurting me, me, and it's not cool and it's not okay. Okay, like, I'm only human. I'm only human, and I would really appreciate, um, all the bullying, all the discrimination, um, that I've been copying, from individuals, would stop, and everyone would just listen to my side of the story instead of, um, the story, and just respect my right to say it. Just accept the fact that I've never wanted sex with anyone of any gender. I've never wanted lesbian sex. This is sex. I don't understand why. I don't understand why, uh, lesbian allosexual people can't accept the fact that, transgender male asexual people, we do exist, and we don't appreciate those who can't seem to get it into their head. Not everyone is not not everyone is, an allosexual person, and that there are many of us. Within the there are many of us, transgender male asexual people um, who go through life, who go through life, who have never wanted, sex with anyone of any gender, but there seems to be this ongoing business of nobody getting the fact that, knowing that, some of us transgender people are not gay. are not allosexual people, whether that has to do with the fact that I was raped, or whatever the case may be. The point is, the reality is that I'm transgender, male, asexual, and I would just really appreciate my right to say no to sex to be respected, and I would just really appreciate all the bullying, all the discrimination that I've been copying from a couple of individual leaders who never bother to ask to hear my side of the story, never bother who, to ask me who don't get how hard I've had to fight fight for my Australian citizenship rights the day one. Like like nobody will begin to understand what it's like for me on a daily basis. Basis, like they've never, stopped to, examine their own behaviour before judging me, like and I don't know what part of the part that I don't understand. Stan, if if you don't accept someone, if you don't accept someone is born a transgender male asexual, well, then hey, don't talk to us. To us, don't personally attack us. Don't personally attack us. Don't dead name us. Don't misgender us. Don't try and force us into the wrong body. Don't accuse us if you don't have evidence, any evidence. Then don't fucking allege it. Like essentially, like we transgender male asexual people, we want everyone to accept the fact that we're not allosexuals. We're not lesbians. And I just get really fed up with everyone. Like, I really get fed up with everyone not getting into the head. Like, I came from a generation in which sexuality and gender was illegal. Legal, and I had to wait until the World Health Organization declared that being born transgender is perfectly normal. Normal. And I had to wait until it was I could freely access it through the medical health system. Like, nobody gets like how difficult. Like, when you come from a generation in which sexuality and gender is illegal in Australia, and especially when you're one of the 500,000 forgotten Australians, in which like bloody hell, like it took them 40 years to just even give me a birth certificate. This certificate, no, it didn't matter what I did. It did. They did. Queensland just wouldn't give me a birth certificate. Like, nobody gets what it's been like for me to have gone through 40 years of my life, through the first 40 years of my life, in which I was basically an illegal citizen in Australia. Like, nobody gets that, and and I would just really appreciate, like, all the bullying and the discrimination that I've been copying from these individual political leaders who don't know me, who never bothered to ask me my side of the story. Like, if they can't say anything comradely, then comradely to support me, then don't say nothing at all. I would really appreciate, like, nobody saying anything. Like, I would really appreciate everyone to stop saying anything against me, because it's killing me. It really friggin' is. It really friggin' is. And it is, like, I don't care who you are, etc., but there comes a point in time there comes a point in time when enough is enough, has got to stop before, like, I mean, the reason why that there is such a high suicide rate amongst the transgender community is not because transgender people are mentally ill, but has to do with the bullying and transphobia that we cop, and it's even higher amongst the asexual community. Again, that has to do with the aphobia that we uh, cop. Cop. Now, in terms of my mental health, not suicidal, or self harm or anything like that. That, um, that, I just want all the bullying. I just want the bullying, and discrimination to stop. I really do. And if I don't, there's only one of me, and I don't, um, if I don't take out some, I'm unfortunately, I'm in a situation in which I have to take legal action, um, because the sad reality is that when I need it well, when I need, people to come to my aid to put a stop to it, but but people don't. And so I don't have any other alternative except to take out, some sort of legal action to try and put a stop to it. To it. To it. Um, I don't want to have to, but it's a no choice situation, because otherwise she's gonna keep on doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it to me until she killed me. Until she's killed me. And I'm fed up. Like, I'm fed up. I've put up with it. I've put up with being bullied and discriminated by Rachel Evans for 15 years, and it's frigging killing me. And I've had enough. I've had enough. Like, at the moment, like, I'm living in fear of even going out my front door, and I'm trying to focus on work, etc., etc. And I would just really appreciate it. Um, all the bullying and discrimination I cop. I do apologize for having to take a break, etc. And I do apologize. I do apologize in having to explain, to tell you that there is that I'm having to take a break, from doing my weekly Sunday, home group Bible studies and Sunday church services that I love doing. But essentially, in a nutshell, if I don't do something, about this bullying and ongoing bullying and discrimination that I'm it's copying from one individual, and it's coming from one individual, and I won't allow, this one individual to blame anyone else for their actions, for their actions. Um, so actions. Again, my apologies for having to take a break, to deal with the bullying and discrimination that I'm copying. But hey, there's only one of me. What I do promise is that as soon as I have dealt with it, at CLACCA ULC, Sydney, will be, back on air, every Sunday. So, and I'm going to aim for this to be just a short break, for now. Now, if you're interested, one thing you could probably help us with, if you're interested, in taking part, in Mardi Gras, CLACCA ULC will be lodging an application. It'd be great for you to come and march with us, essentially the previous themes we've tried, the previous themes we've tried lodging in the past is no pride, no pride in religious transphobia. Phobia, essentially, phobia. Unfortunately, the Mardi Gras corporates have, for whatever reason, yeah, they have a problem with including protest groups, which is crap. Like it's crap. But anyway, CLACCA ULC is going to try and lodge another Mardi Gras application and welcome your input. Hopefully, Mardi Gras will accept our CLACCA ULC protest entry because we in CLACCA ULC we believe Mardi Gras is a protest for LGBTIQ plus rights and no pride, our political message of equality without exemption, and no pride in religious transphobia. It's certainly something that we've continued to fight for in CLACCA ULC. Again, I do apologise for having to take a short break on Sundays. I will be back as soon as possible. I'm hoping that this will only be I'm hoping to be back by the beginning of August. I'm hoping to be back by the beginning of August. But it would be really great to hear your input, etc. But anyway, again, I do apologize. Guys, God bless, and that's all for now. Bye.